and very adaptive and very responsive so that we can be ahead of the enemy. Because anytime that the enemy overtakes us, then the results are devastating. And I can tell you, ladies and gentlemen, with this strategy, as a country, we have done very well in terms of prevention of terrorist attacks in this country. You are witnesses. And therefore, we are proud that as a country, we have been on the right trajectory, and that now that we are in this process, it will work even better, especially considering emerging situations like what my colleague has mentioned here, the aspects that may be happening elsewhere, ordinarily trigger. They have ripple effects globally, and we are part of that global community. And therefore, we cannot sit back and ignore and think that those things have nothing to do with us. Otherwise, we'll get a shock. So we must be, we can't afford to be oblivious, and we can't afford to be reactive. We have to be very proactive, think ahead, and make sure that we are well prepared. Ladies and gentlemen, this conversation is going on around the whole country. We have segmented the country into 6 regions. We had conversations last week, but one in Western Kenya, which was taking care of Western and Nyanza regions. And also we had conversations in parts of Rift Valley. Today, we are convened here, bringing together again several counties surrounding Nairobi region. You have had colleagues from Narok, colleagues from Kajiado, colleagues from Machakos, Murang'a, Nairobi, and Kiambu. Thereafter, we'll be moving to other regions so that we can get the ideas of our fellow Kenyans, and especially those people who are practicing in this space, who have interacted in this space, and therefore they know it. They've interacted with it and they know it, because nobody has monopoly of knowledge. Even as at the National Counterterrorism Center, we keep learning. Every new day is a new learning day. The moment you think that you know is the moment that you stop knowing. So every day we want to hear, get feedback from people outside there, including the ordinary mwananchi. What ideas do they have? Because sometimes they might have very good ideas on the, and our principle here is to have whole of government, and that's why you can see different national government departments, county government representations, and then of course non-state actors. We have had civil society organizations who have been very, very active in this space. We have had religious leaders who have also been very instrumental in bringing home this success, and therefore, and everybody else, private sector, have also played a key role. You've had even border representation. Those young people out there, they are very, very important for us. We have to move with them. They can be our eyes, and the moment we have this knowledge, all of us, then we build resilience within ourselves, and therefore violent extremists will not have space in which they can operate. The idea here is to drain or downgrade that pool of radicalization and recruitment so that indeed they find it very difficult to be able to survive in Kenya. And indeed they are having it difficult. So ladies and gentlemen, that's why we are here. And I want to thank all of you, welcome all of you. As my colleague Mr. Chacha has said, let's have very candid, very frank, very honest discussions. Tell us, critique. Let's critique that document very positively, very constructively, so that at the end of this engagement in Nairobi and the surrounding region, then that is tomorrow, then we should have very good ideas that speak to the situation and the environment in these counties. We want to capture all the nuances in these different counties around this region and the whole country. Indeed, as I've told you, we are targeting almost all the counties if possible so that we get contribution from the people who are there. Then the document that we'll be able to produce ultimately will reflect those ideas that have been brought forward. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's why we are here. We wish that these conversations will also help us and also enrich our knowledge, even as we discuss, even as we prepare the document. The discussions that we'll have today should be helpful to all of us. We should live here actually better, even before we come up with the document. Because indeed, it's not just the document that is very important, but it's the ideas. So even as you live here with better ideas, this will help you. I know most of you are already actors in this space. And as you will see, when we get into the real conversations, all of you are here in your own right because you represent a constituency that matters in this space.